December 8th, 2025. Boeing just made a move that will reshape the entire global aerospace supply chain. A $4.7 billion deal that brings back something they gave away 20 years ago. But here's the question. Was this a brilliant recovery strategy or a desperate attempt to fix a broken system? Let's start with what actually happened. On December 8th, Boeing officially closed its acquisition of Spirit AeroSystems, the world's largest independent manufacturer of aircraft fuselages and wing structures. The price tag? $4.7 billion in stock. But if you factor in Spirit's debt and other liabilities, the real cost of this transaction climbs to approximately $8.3 billion. That's not just expensive, it's a calculated bet on Boeing's future. Now here's where it gets interesting. Spirit AeroSystems wasn't always independent. In fact, it used to be Boeing. Back in 2005, Boeing spun off its Wichita manufacturing operations into what became Spirit AeroSystems, part of a wave of outsourcing meant to reduce costs and increase efficiency. For years, Spirit operated as Boeing's primary supplier for critical structural components: fuselages for the 737, structures for the 767, 777, and 787, plus military aircraft parts. It was supposed to be a win-win. Boeing would focus on final assembly and innovation, while Spirit handled the heavy manufacturing. But over time, cracks began to show. Quality issues, production delays, supply chain bottlenecks. Spirit became less of a solution and more of a problem, not just for Boeing, but also for Airbus, which had become another major customer. By 2024, the situation had reached a tipping point. Boeing faced mounting pressure to stabilize production, especially after years of scrutiny following the 737 MAX crisis and ongoing delivery delays. Something had to change. And Boeing's solution? Bring Spirit back home. But this isn't just a simple reunion. The deal comes with major complications, and one of them involves Boeing's biggest rival. Here's the twist. Spirit AeroSystems didn't just work for Boeing, it also manufactured key components for Airbus aircraft. And Boeing obviously couldn't, and regulators wouldn't allow them to, acquire operations directly tied to their competitors' planes. So, as part of this transaction, the Airbus-related operations were carved out and transferred directly to Airbus. It's essentially a corporate surgery, splitting Spirit down the middle, with Boeing taking what's theirs and Airbus securing its own supply chain independence. Now let's talk about the human side of this. Approximately 15,000 employees will transition to Boeing. That includes around 6,000 unionized workers who may return to representation under Boeing's labor structure, a significant shift that could have implications for labor relations, benefits, and workplace culture. So, was Boeing's decision to buy back Spirit a stroke of genius or a costly mistake? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain, the global aerospace supply chain will never look quite the same again. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Plain News, and hit that notification bell. More aviation stories are coming your way, and trust me, you won't want to miss them. Thanks for watching. Fly safe.